Hello there everyone, Hazmy here, and tonight I'm bringing you a build I had tremendous amount of fun making and so far considered the most fun and entertaining build I had in Stranger of Paradise, using almost all mechanics the game has to offer, and make Chaos level 300 a walk in the park at the same time. The amount of love this channel has been getting recently has made me really happy, so thank you so much. Keep it up and subscribe for more Final Fantasy Origin content. This build is a bit more complex than the previous ones and has very strict requirements, not just for your main job, but for both jobs equipped. But don't worry, it is relatively accessible and it's not too hard to acquire the affinities required for it and perform like in the intro. I do not even have great artifacts myself with affinity combos I would like, nor have I used the smithy to customize my stats, meaning this build can be much further improved if you're willing to grind it out and enjoy it. The Rising Dragon build is a combination of Ronin and Berserker. Berserker for its 50% Berserk damage buff, and Ronin for its use of Katana and minus 10% MP cost passive, and of course, its iconic Iaigiri. The base of this build requires a main Ronin build and a sub-job Berserker build set. Berserker is our buffer sub-job requiring 400% Void Knight, 250% Samurai, and 120% White Mage affinity bonuses. 400% Void Knight halves the MP cost of all our command abilities, allowing us to buff up completely for very cheap, and gives us double MP buildup through its other passives. 250% Samurai is the hidden gem no one talks about. Power and Perseverance gives us a 60% damage boost for 10 seconds upon a job change cancel. So yes, to clarify, chain cancel means animation cancelling an ability with a job change. And 120% White Mage is there to give us a 20% boost on our buff duration. Our Ronin build on the other hand focuses on damage and ability cost reduction. We need 400% Dark Knight for last resort, activating all near-death effects on us constantly from affinities, passives, and our gear. 120% Samurai is needed for another 16% ability MP cost reduction, and 120% Berserker for break gauge recovery through our damage. This is very important as one of our commands will be Lunatic. Ronin also gets an additional minus 10% ability MP cost reduction, so combined with Samurai it is very useful. These are the affinities required as a base to be able to play this build. As you can already see, there is a tremendous amount of further optimization that can be done and more affinities that can be added. But unfortunately, I haven't been lucky with my artifact drops, but hey, at least you guys will have freedom improving this build further. Now let's take a look at our commands we will be using to open this build up. Unfortunately, there is no room for changing here. We need Zenshin, Mighty Strikes, and Lunatic. Zenshin will give us around 50% additional MP cost reduction for combo abilities. Mighty Strikes enables weakness for aura slashing attacks, and Lunatic will greatly speed up our attacking animation in order to be able to fit our combos into boss vulnerability windows. All three are required and are vital in order to execute this playstyle, otherwise you will run out of MP, you won't do enough damage, or you will be too slow and your combos will be constantly interrupted. Those are the requirements for the build, and before we get into gameplay, I need to make sure you all understand how Katana works. For this, I really recommend my Ronin job breakdown as it's a very detailed explanation for it. So here I will only tell the important parts. Katana has Ascension stance that allows ability comboing, meaning you can execute multiple combos without having to do basic attacks in between them, up to a maximum of 3. Katana also has a combo ability called Garo, that summons an ice pillar as damage and puts you into Senshin stance straight away. This means we will be using Garo as our basic combo that will put us into Senshin stance and allows us to perform 4 combo abilities in rapid succession without downtime. The abilities I prefer to use in Senshin stance are Tsukikage, Hyakugetsu, and Iaigiri. There are other amazing damaging abilities with the katana, but the problem is that they take too long. These abilities are relatively quick and allow a very fast burst to execute on enemies. That is the base setup and idea behind the Rising Dragon, so let's take a look at how to play it, since it requires an advanced playstyle. We will want to start each of our battles as the Berserker, executing a couple of soul shields to build up our MP and ready ourselves for battle. Having around 3 or 4 bars, you're basically ready, and you can quickly use up all your command abilities and activate Berserk, making you ready for your ultimate attack. Make sure you use your command abilities in Berserker, since they are 50% cheaper. The sequence does not need a great timing since our white mage buff duration fortunately gives us a good amount of time to mess around, but should be still timed around the boss downtime. Once you spotted the time frame where the boss is vulnerable, you can execute a quick combo with the Berserker. Here I prefer the Greysword's Heavy Blow as it's a really fast ability. And I like to immediately cancel it into the Ronin job change. Don't even wait for it to do damage. Remember, your Berserker is just there to buff. This will put you into the Ronin with a 50% Berserker buff and the 60% power and perseverance buff, and you will want to start your combo right away. Starting with Garo, putting you into Senshin stance, Tsukikage, Hyakugetsu, and Iaigiri finisher, staggering any boss, and if needed, finish them with a swift and powerful Senshin stance slashes. This sequence can be tricky to master but will be second nature once learned, and is also very useful as a tutorial how the game should be played, as all these mechanics are core combat mechanics designed to be used in order to play the game efficiently. For further optimization, I have a few tips I will be pursuing myself moving on. On Berserker, I recommend putting all job mastery bonuses and smithing optimized towards MP generation. And I'd also prefer to have 120% red mage affinities for additional MPs on normal attacks. On our Ronin, now it's all about more damage. All our abilities scale with strength, so all job affinities that give more strength are amazing. I would prefer to get more Breaker and Dragoon for their bonuses. But in this section, there really is a lot of things you can do to further improve this. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment section so we can help each other out. This is the Combo Master Rising Dragon Ronin build, everyone. This is by far the most fun build I played with so far in Stranger of Paradise, and honestly, despite all the game's faults, it has completely reignited my love for the game as it's incredibly fun. I can breeze through any parts of the game with ease, while also keeping it engaging and super entertaining without getting bored. Moving on, I will definitely want to have builds like this, but damn, this places the bar really high. I hope you will enjoy it as much as I did, and if so, let me know in the comment section. But that is it for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.